Hey everyone, so welcome back to the Jael Edit, where we focus on mostly fashion and every now and then we'll throw in a little makeup, maybe hair care, and occasional travel. So, as you can see from the title, I wanted to talk a little bit about Quince today. I watch a lot of YouTube and I noticed that I've been seeing a lot of sponsored content featuring Quince. And it just made me wonder, as a viewer, how that made people feel. Do they feel that Quince is a brand they can actually trust, or do they feel that everybody's getting sponsored? So, of course, they're going to have great things to say about the brand. I have been a Quince shopper for a few years now. And I guess that's kind of a spoiler if I've been shopping them for years. I think the first thing I bought from Quince was a black turtleneck. I was looking for a cashmere black turtleneck that wouldn't break the bank. And I can't remember if I saw somebody talk about them on YouTube or if I just Googled it and Quince is what came up. So my first time shopping Quince, all I bought was the black turtleneck. And I actually have that turtleneck here. To this day, it's something I still wear. And when I got it, I liked the turtleneck. It's really good quality, but it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. As you can see, it's a little bit, sorry that it's wrinkled. Um, it's a little bit on the thick side, not super thick, but I was looking something more on the thinner side to use for layering. So it didn't exactly meet my needs, but I was happy with the quality, so I kept it. Um, but I don't know if after that, it took me a while to shop there again. But then I started noticing a lot of sponsored content. I guess it does work. And then it made me curious about the brand again. So I'm gonna go through some of the things I've bought from Quince with my own money and whether or not I would recommend the brand to you and what I think is good value. So I'm gonna focus on sweaters first, but I'm gonna try not to spend too much time on sweaters because it's springtime right now. But one thing I wanted to start off with is this cardigan from Quince. Um, I'm not sure what the name is. I will link everything below. But this cardigan is actually a dupe. It's like a dupe of a dupe. So a few years ago, the Kate cardigan went viral, and that thing is like 2 or 3 grand, I think. And then the brand Jenny Kane, I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, came out with a dupe of that Kate cardigan. And I actually have the Jenny Kane sweater right here. And the Jenny Kane sweater retails for about $500. I know that's insane, but it's still a fraction of the cost of the Kate one. I somehow got like a 25% coupon for Jenny Kane, so I bought the sweater in black. I love the sweater. I wore it all the time. So then that's why I got the brown. So I ended up paying about 300 and change for both of these sweaters, which is a lot of money. But honestly, I would do it again. I do love this sweater. But then I saw that Quince has the exact same sweater, even down to the pockets. You could see that it's the same. And it is pilling a little bit, guys, but that's what happens with natural materials. So it's almost the exact same sweater. I would even say that the Quince one beats the Jenny Kane because I believe the Jenny Kane, let me double check, is a blend. So the Jenny Kane is 70% wool and 30% cashmere. The Quince is 100% Mongolian cashmere. And I believe this is like $168, which is a great price for Mongolian cashmere. I've worn both of these and they feel identical, guys. I'm touching both of the weights. This is just as heavy. So just that off the bat, I think is a great deal with Quince. So much so, I think that in the fall, I might go back for this in navy. So, another sweaters I have from Quince are these two. I believe these are cashmere also. Let me double check. Yep, 100% cashmere. I wear these all the time. They're comfortable, they're not itchy, which cashmere shouldn't be. I know that cashmere, hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I'm trying out this new microphone. The quality of cashmere is different based on the price point. These sweaters were 50 or $60, and I've had them for 3 or 4 years now. I wear them constantly. So I think for cashmere and for wool, that Quince is a great spot. Another thing I bought a maybe 2 years ago is this leather, 100% leather jacket from Quince. It was $200. Getting real leather for 200 bucks is almost unheard of. I used to buy a lot of faux leather jackets, but I noticed that after a couple of years they would start to peel. And if you have real leather, that can last you for years, if not decades. So I spent the 200 bucks. I've had it for a couple of years. I love it. So I think like moto jackets, if you want real leather, you can't beat Quince with the price. Now, another thing that I love from Quince are the or is the linen. So, and I should be having cutaways with me wearing this stuff. Um, I've had this linen striped shirt from Quince for again 2 or 3 years. This is 100% linen, and even though it's wrinkled now, linen is going to wrinkle. However, I find that this is a bit thicker, so it doesn't look so bad. And I love the color of this shirt, and the pinstripes is really cute. So this is something that I wear all the time in the spring and summer as a layering piece or by itself. I had a white button down linen shirt from J. Crew. Especially with white, after a while it starts getting like dark around the color, and it gets discolored, and no matter how much you wash it, it won't change. So even though I loved my J. Crew one, I wanted to replace it. And I said, oh, since I love the striped one from Quince so much, why don't I try a white one from them? I haven't worn this yet. However, I don't expect the quality to be any different from the striped one I have. It feels the same. So I can't remember how much this was. I'll look it up and post it. But I'm pretty sure the um the J. Crew one was probably 100 to 150 bucks. I know that it costs more than the Quince one, and the quality is pretty much the same. So I have those button down shirts from Quince. I have this black one that is sorry, that was my computer pinging. This one is cotton, and I wanted to wear this under a dress because it was a little cold, and this feels really good. It's like a stretchy cotton, so this is really nice quality also. Um, and then I had this top here. I wanted a black top for the summer, and this is in cotton. For me, as I've mentioned before, I think in another video, especially in the spring and summer, it's important to me that I wear breathable materials just because I tend to sweat a lot. So Quince really comes in handy in that case, because at any other store, these things would be 2 times, if not 3 times the price. And finally, I wanted to share these pants, these what would you call these, trousers, with you guys. This one's a little more on the expensive side, I would say, for Quince. These pants were $100, but it is 100% wool. It's not a thick wool, so I think it is good for like early spring when it's still a little chilly. So you could wear this 3 out of the 4 seasons. The only thing I will say about this is that while I do like these pants, I did expect the wool to be a little thicker, so that did surprise me a little bit. But even so, it's still a good pair of pants. So those things are pretty much all I've tried from Quince. I haven't really tried any of their dresses or I see that they have fine jewelry. I am curious about those things, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet. I haven't tried any of their home stuff or their bedding or anything. I know that Quince is being sued by certain companies. I think is it Williams Sonoma because of what they advertise. So to those things I can't speak on. But as far as the clothes is concerned, I say that Quince is totally worth it. The only thing I will say about Quince is that they are good for staples. As you can see from everything I shared with you, they're basics. They're not big on style. And that for that reason I can find the clothes to be a little bit boring. But in all honesty, all our wardrobes need those quote unquote boring pieces as the foundation. And then things with a little more design, I just get from other stores. And in all honesty, I feel like Quince is stepping up the game just a little bit in that arena. I see that they're experimenting a little more with color, which is good. And I feel that as they continue to grow as a brand, we might see more of a design element in their clothes. As I stated before, basics are something we all need. And if you're looking for basics, if your closet needs those things, those foundations, and you want quality at a price that won't necessarily break the bank, I think Quince is a good place to try. So, in my opinion, despite all the sponsored content, Quince is worth it. And I think you guys would be okay with giving them a try. And do what I did is just buy one thing, see how you like it, and then move on from there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and that you found it beneficial. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next Sunday. Bye.